Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. All right, let's go. It's time to go to the bathroom. Late night with Lois. Let's get her doggy bag here, just in case. Yeah, those are a lot of CDs. A lot of CDs, that's for sure. Yeah, CD's nuts. Very nice night. You seen a cloud in the sky? Looks like the rain is done in LA. And we can go back. Oh, Lois gotta go pee-pee right now. Fuck yeah. Her peeing is probably more interesting than anything going on in West Hollywood right now or in the streaming world. Yeah, I think, we've, I don't want to say escaped the rain, but I think we got through the worst of it. Very clear out right now. Tough game tonight for the Kings, Steven. But at least they got a point. Pretty tough to go into combat when you're losing 4 out of your 12 forwards. But we'll see what happens. I love Kuzmenko, man. He's fucking back. Yeah, I mean, that was a tough one. I mean, I thought Jim Fox had a really good point that, come on, Los. If it was his free hand, you might be able to make a point. He pushed it in, but the hand he had was, or the hand that hit the puck was his stick hand. So I don't think he meant to do it. Oh yeah, he wasn't shoved. He was fucking cross-checked. So, what are you gonna do? Probably a bad call at the end of the day. But it's a good effort. Like I said, I can't really fault them. You're missing 4 out of your 12 forwards. I mean, you've got Malott on the second line. I like Malott. I think he's got skills. I don't necessarily know about Hellenius and Lee. I would have thought Lee and Ward would have been shot out of a fucking cannon tonight, but, they were just there. So, I mean, Winnipeg's lost, I think, 10 in a row. I think they lost tonight in overtime. Oh, thank you. So I'm not saying that's a gimme, but they have a pretty good chance of winning that game. Now, that kind of is a far flight, though, from Winnipeg to Edmonton, and you play the next day. So that Edmonton game could be tough. And, I think Malott's brother is actually a pretty good fighter. I'm surprised Malott doesn't fight more. I thought maybe him and Reeves might fight, but Reeves is probably a little loopy from the Didier fight last night. He took a couple clean shots. That Didier, Didier's not that big. He's like 6'1", 215. I mean, that's big to me, but, in the NHL, it's really not that big. What up? Bonjour, buongiorno. Yeah, I mean, he's good. Like, I don't think he's taken too seriously because he's a little older, but, 28 is, but he's got hands. I mean, he had a couple nice plays tonight. Yes. That's my dog. She has a partially collapsed trachea. So there's really not a lot to do about it. All right, we got some police activity up here. Let's see what's going down. Yeah, I mean, he seems pretty good to me. Like, I mean, my issue, or not issue, but oh, when did Sam Tripoli say that? I must have missed out on that. See, I don't really listen to anyone else's stream. So we might have some possible Newport activity. So let me get a dog bag in case Lois makes a duty in front of the cops. Come on, baby, move out. What up? So something's going down now. There is a Newport nightclub. It's basically a Newport club, so something could be going down. I could be risking my life. Man on the street style, but it's all right. It's all for the love of getting some numbers, baby. Oh, okay, I didn't hear that. All right, they seem like they're leaving, so all good. Now they're playing music here, so I'm going to turn the volume off until we pass the music. Damn, something's really going down. More cops here. Let me turn the volume down, though. See, that's how tough I am. I show up, the cops take off. Pussies. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, when I had a large Newport trying to break into my building the other day, specifically my unit, the cops were the first ones I called. So, I love me the cops. I got a little nervous, Steven, when I saw Corey Perry out of the lineup. I thought, uh-oh. I hope the Kings' social media director is safe. But hopefully his family situation is okay. Earl Skakel live on the streets of West Hollywood. Just a little baby nighttime stream. No, there's a Newport, I don't know, about a week ago. Pretty big guy, probably about 6'1", 240. And, as I leave the entranceway, he's standing right in front. And he asked me for a cigarette. I'm like, bro, it's 3 a.m. And he kind of started mean mugging me. So now I walk Lois. We come back. He's standing, kind of blocking the entranceway to my building. And then, like an idiot, I just went into my unit. So he knew what unit I was in. So for about the next 30 minutes, he keeps pressing number 2 to get in. And dude, I don't know what would have happened if he got in, but I was ready to fuck him up. I had my Arthur's Kaliev game-worn hockey stick that's taped like a baton. In the end, I guess he played tennis as a child, so his grip at the end of his stick is a tennis, but thicker than a tennis racket. So, he was right here. So I come walking out. So this is his POV. Hey, you got a cigarette? I'm like, no. And then when I came back, he was literally standing right here. So I had to go. So I picked up Lois. And then, he kept, so he just stood there like an idiot. I went into my unit. And thank God. He kept just trying to do this, and sometimes, you know, if he, because we had a lot of Postmates in this building, so I was worried that someone might just buzz him in and then it's on. Because there's no way he could have gotten in. That door's really heavy, but he probably would have tried to break in through the window, and that Kaliev stick would have been across his ass. Yeah, I saw that. I mean, listen, I got some inside baseball on Kaliev. He really fucked up with the Kings. I mean, he owed people money. He owed the equipment staff money. And that's why they didn't trade him. They told his agent, I mean, I don't know exactly what they told his agent, but it was basically, hey, you're going to pay the equipment staff what you owe them. You're going to pay off your debts. And by the way, the Earl sign is back. Well, I mean, this guy was a pretty big guy, so, but, I've played hockey for almost 40 years. So, I wouldn't have tried to kill him, but I absolutely would have tried to hurt him. Because, like I said, he was a big guy, and he seemed like he was on something. So, luckily, nothing came to fruition. Earl Skakel in the house. Welcome aboard. I don't watch Kingsman, so I'm sure it's an insult. This is a Ghost energy drink. Now you might say, well, Earl, it's 11:54. Shouldn't you be going to bed? Thank you, Pink. And yes, I know, Jenna. Unbelievable. But that's how good. I'm in too good of a mood. Okay, I don't watch. What is Kingsman? What show is that? I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. I'm out of the loop. I've been watching Black Rabbit on Netflix. That, if you guys are looking for a good show, that's a good show. No TRT for me, baby. I'm straight edge. Guys, let's get along, man. I'm just a happy-go-lucky streamer. You guys come in here talking shit. Just be cool, man. Especially the people that criticize my looks. I would love, love, love to see pictures of you guys. I'm going to guess we got no male models in this stream. But that's all right. No, I do not drink. What was I saying about my ex from OnlyFans? I was just saying, well, my bad, question, Martin. I'll take your word for it. I was just saying, and I wouldn't say she was an ex. She was just someone that I had a sexual relationship with. She reminds me a lot of Scarlett, or I should say, Scarlett reminds me a lot of her. Constant drama, always playing guys against each other, and you know, don't think her talking to Carmick wasn't a little dig to Mead, So, um, well, I mean, I see you're a good-looking guy, but that's because I've seen a picture of you. I'll take the Kings. Oh, so Kingsman is a movie; it's not a TV show. Um, well, most of them don't, though. Some make a lot of money. It's like some comics make a lot of money, most don't. So it doesn't end bad for all of them. It kind of does. Even to be honest with you, bro, even the ones who make money, it's a sad life. There was an OnlyFans girl who lived in here, in my building. Epstein was a good-looking guy. I mean, he was kind of a dick, but like, um, the girl, the OnlyFans girl who lived in my building a couple years ago, like, she was cool, but I could tell she wasn't happy, and she was in the top 1% of earners on OnlyFans. I mean, these condos in my building are about $1 million each, give or take. She moved to a multi-million-dollar home in the Hollywood Hills, and I could tell. It's a sad life, man. And once you age out of the business, you got no job skills, and you're used to making tons of money. Well, you're not going to make tons of money in an office job. That's well, yeah, but you're talking about one person, and I guarantee you, I know nothing about Sophie Rain. When she ages out, and she will age out, she'll blow through her money like that. I hope she doesn't. But yeah, I mean, I can't say I know for a fact she's Mossad, but she goes on some weird trips. I'll just say that. Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, yeah, Tequila, she had a nice run, you know. But, the OnlyFans girl I dated, she was cool, but like she's a complete wild card. She dabbled in porn, made decent money in OnlyFans because she was really young looking. I mean, really young looking. But by the time you hit mid 20s, you're kind of fucked. You're too old. It's crazy. So, A. Thompson, I don't know. But you just said it, Essie, for young women, and most of these girls don't save their money. To be honest with you, because they think they're going to be young forever, and they don't save. They buy houses, cars, they party hard, and then once like the girl I dated, her genre, I guess, of, wouldn't say porn, but of OnlyFans or whatever you want to call it, was teenage. She looked like a teenager, but she was in her early 20s. Now she's not even 30 yet, and she's aged out. She basically lives in her car. So thank you, play. Just a Guns N' Roses. This is a Kiss hoodie, and a Guns N' Roses, not vintage shirt, but oh yeah, I mean, but she's an outlier. I mean, 95 million. Yeah, I'm sure she did, but you know, she might be smart. Like Jenna Jameson was smart. She got out of porn pretty much at her prime, got into producing and whatnot. So listen, not every case is a sad case, but I think we can. Scarlett can barely talk for 20 minutes to Kevin Brennan. So. That Sophie Rain girl might be super smart. She might have killer accountants and tax people, and she might invest in real estate. I don't know in her case specifically, but I'll just say most of the OnlyFans girls I know, the story don't end well. So you know, I hope I'm wrong. Uh, but well, it's a brutal business, and you got to feel really bad for the girls who do porn because nobody pays for porn now. It's all free on the internet. So, yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, Jenna was smart from the standpoint of she got into producing and directing, and I think she owned her own company. A lot of girls don't. They just think they're going to be hot forever, and you know, um, I've actually dated two OnlyFans girls in the last couple of years, and the other one, the more recent, is the same story. She just thought she's going to be young forever. She parties really hard. I mean, does more blow than any dude I've ever met. And she's starting to age out a little bit. So her OnlyFans is, plummeting. And, she's hitting me up for money, and we're cool. I always say no because I just know I'll never see it again. But, it's a brutal business. Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, the first OnlyFans girl I dated had a dude, just some scrawny Asian dude who answered all the messages, or most of them. Um, oh yeah, I mean, you go on what is it, Pornhub, and the pop-ups are out of control. And I'm talking about the ads, not the boners. Yeah, Tia was hot, but then she aged out. It's like, okay, you're not the hot Filipino girl anymore. We've got this girl. Um, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I knew a girl who was an elite level model. She was told she was too old at 22. 22 years old, she was told she was too old. And she had gained 3 pounds in like 4 years. She was told she was fat. So, um, you know. So, going back to Scarlett, I just don't see it ending well here. You know, I mean, the first time I ever saw Scarlett was from that horrific, what was it, Content House thing. And she's aged from that till today. So, damn, maybe we should follow Montel Williams and get into the gold business. Yeah, I mean, those male escorts, well, they age out quicker than the women do. Um, well, I mean, free porn. You could literally go on, I think it's Pornhub, and just put in like, if you like big tits, put in big tits, and there's thousands of videos that basically are girls who they might get paid a little bit per click, but they're not making much. Um, so, I mean, there is a lot of money in pornography or OnlyFans or whatever. Um, Man, we got some really unfunny people in the stream tonight, boy. Did Pat Dixon's stream let out early? Well, dating an escort, whether they male or female, that rarely ends well too. I don't watch porn. Even though it looks like I produce it. Hey, that's a Skakel classic. There, come on. The close-ups are kind of nasty. So that's not for me. Just an energy drink, Ghost energy drink. I'll be up for like the next 5 hours, so that's why I can have an energy drink. Well, I mean, nowadays you don't need studios to produce it. You can literally amateur porn and get a camera, pop it up on the internet, and you're good to go. Um, who the hell? There used to be basically a porn blockbuster at the end of my street. But I've met Ron Jeremy many a time. Many a time. I had no idea about all the rapes and stuff, but he's fat, but he's very short. Nice guy. I mean, I hate to say nice guy. I mean, obviously, with all the stuff he was doing, I had no idea. But you know, El Omega, we don't do that kind of humor in here. You know what, El Omega, you're a real wild card. Tell you what I'm going to do. I don't usually do this until the end of the stream. Well, the hedgehog never really bathed, um, so he did not smell very well, to be honest with you. So let's see who's live right now. This is for you, Omega. I want you to go to someone else's stream. We've got Tommy Jordan on. There you go. Ricada Law. Interesting. Ricada Law. And we got Pat Dixon talking to Nasty Neil. So many, many better options for you, Omega, than listening to me. And I don't want to deprive you of them. The Hedgehog used to be a very famous porn star, and now he's just a lost soldier. And it's I used to see him trolling the Sunset Strip just looking for sex. I had a friend of mine. He was a porn producer, and he was working on a film with Ron Jeremy. And so they're shooting the scenes before Ron. Ron walks in, and Ron has narcolepsy, so he fell asleep in his chair, and he shit at his pants. So everyone knew, and they're like, the producer comes up to him, wakes him up, and goes, "Hey, Ron, you want to freshen up a little bit?" And he was like, "No, I'm good to go." What up? What up, everyone? I think he was in jail, and then he was, I think they said he was crazy, so he kind of got out of it. I mean, I knew my friend Yoshi used to work for Rocco Siffredi. I think the creepiest guy in terms of, there were girls who would not work with Ron Jeremy. Ron Jeremy essentially got Me Too'd out of porn. Max Hardcore was pretty aggressive with women, where a lot of people did not want to work with him. I'm trying to think. There was also another guy who was really aggressive, but I don't really watch porn, so I don't really care. Excuse me, this is not carbureted. My bad. It's great to have the Earl sign back in business. Unfortunately, Lois stepped on a button that turned off the whole system. So, welcome, guys. Welcome to the Earlverse late night style. And some breaking news on my cartoon, The Jellies. The first season is now on Amazon. So check that out. The Jellies. Oh yeah, I have. You watch some of those documentaries about Playmates, and nobody really speaks highly of their time at the Playboy Mansion. And I knew a lot of Hef's creepy fucking buddies. They'd all go to the same restaurants and nightclubs as I did. Total creeps. Predators to the max. So, I don't know. I guess it's on Amazon Prime. It would be just the first season. I think you can buy it for like $17. So check that out. It's funny. The Jellies is not a very well-known cartoon. Yeah, I knew Jerry Buss's pimp, Lance, black guy named Lance. It's on Amazon Prime now, HBO Max, Adult Swim, and the Cartoon Network, and I think certain episodes on YouTube. So, well, that'll probably get me about an extra 25 cents per SAG check, but it is just kind of funny to me that it's on 4 different networks. So, yes, Jerry Buss basically had a pimp, a black guy named Lance, who would go to nightclubs and pick up girls for the doctor. You know, he'd basically see a hot girl and go, "Hey, you want to go to Jerry Buss's Pick Fair?" You know, Jerry Buss lived in the old Mary Pickford estate. So I'd see him. You know, he'd go to the Forum Club after hockey games. I mean, the Jellies, I don't know. It wasn't that popular, to be honest with you, but um, I mean, the ratings were good for a cartoon. Um, you know, I'm surprised they didn't bring it back, but you know, what can I do? I think it's because Tyler the Creator is so fucking successful that um, you know he just he gets bored. That's my dog Lois. Don't be making fun of Lois all in this stream right now. Um, I believe so. I mean, I remember the Kings taking a team photo there one year. I'm talking the Warren Holmes era. Um, I think Doug Hallward was on the team too. But so I'm sure Lance. Like I would see him all the time in the Forum Club, going up to hot girls, and I didn't hear what he was saying, but he was like, "Hey, you want to go to Pickford Estate right now? The limo's outside." And have had pimps too, not necessarily pimps, but let's just say handlers whose sole job was to get girls up to the mansion. Kind of creepy, but I mean, that is definitely a different era in terms of what was going on. I mean, you watch some of those documentaries about the Playboy Mansion, and there's a lot of innuendos about sexual assault and whatnot. I'm trying, baby. I looked into getting testosterone, TRT, and guys, the doctor's giving me the sales pitch. I'm like, "What's the worst side effect?" He's like, "Well, your testicles shrink permanently." I'm like, "I'm out." My dick still works good enough for me. So, I mean, I don't know. I think, I mean, I like the Kings and the way they're set up. I know a lot of people hate Ken Holland, but the guy's been on the job for a fucking year. I think he really hasn't made a bad move yet. So, well, I would, Giant. Let me, I probably do need it. I mean, I definitely get more tired than I used to. I recover slower, but because I've never had a drink in my life, no drugs, no cigarettes, no coke, no weed, nothing. I think that my body's pretty well deserved. Yeah, I mean, everyone's different. I mean, some people don't care about their balls shrinking. I don't know if Nick DiPaolo works out. I don't know a lot about him, so I can't really comment on him per se, but I mean, energy drinks are probably the worst thing I drink, but I'm okay with that. Well, I don't know if you're trying to help me, gnarly, or hurt me. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I mean, Vancouver, it's going to be another fire sale. I could see them trading Peterson, Kane. Um, um, yeah, I mean, I'm happy with the way I look and feel. I mean, No, my dog is a collapsed trachea. Robitussin ain't gonna help a collapsed trachea, baby. And she's like 16 or 15 or 16. So, um, Ryan, you can do better than that. You're literally like the eighth person to call me that in the stream tonight. So do better. Be original, baby. Um, yeah, I mean, I eat pretty healthy. I mean, sometimes I eat late at night, which probably isn't the best. But thank you, Nate. I mean, me and my ex do a great job of taking care of her. So, I mean, listen, I'm just saying Epstein was a good looking guy. Piece of shit, but he was a good looking guy. Um, I don't really do legs anymore. I do a lot of cardio, so you might say I do legs via that. I have a fully rebuilt ACL tear in my right leg. So, sometimes I'll just IV loads. Well, that's certainly an option. Did James Worthy from the? I don't know. I mean, I went to more hockey games than I did Laker games, so I didn't necessarily see what they were doing. World Radio 332. I missed you, buddy. I do it for the ray gun. By the way, I drink, I smoke, I take vitamins, I drink rock stars daily. A little inebriated. Love you, man. Time to drive home. Norm McDonald's. Take care, buddy. Well, thank you, World Radio, for the money, honey. You do it for the ray gun. You get the ray gun. Drive carefully, baby. Yeah, it was a full blown ACL and the MCL. I mean, it was just the side ligaments were gone. Everything was gone because I didn't know I didn't have an ACL. So I was just. Do I respect ventriloquist? I mean, it's a talent. It's not a talent I have, but I don't. I'm not great at impressions, so I respect that too. So. Well, thank you for giving us your dental report, Paul. I mean, well, it's a long story to tell, but basically, I had a knee-to-knee hit in 1991, where my knee went back. Like these are the knees collided. My knee collided, and this is my knee. It literally went like that way. Heard an instant pop. It was almost the sensation was like a rubber band tearing. Finished the game. Scored a goal. It was a little sore driving back from Garden Grove to where I lived at the time, 8569 Burton Way. Well, that's yeah. I mean, I was lucky. I tore it when I was young, but I tore it in '91, but I was misdiagnosed by the Raiders doctor. He told me that I just probably stretched the ligament and had a bone chip or something. So from 91 to 2004, I didn't have an ACL. But about 2004, I started getting real severe pains on both sides of my right knee. It was like literally someone was stabbing me. So I go to this Beverly Hills Orthopedic Center, and the Dr. Barry Breaker. I want to give this guy a plug, even though I'm going to assume he's like not active anymore. He said, you don't have an ACL, right? And we did the surgery. Everything he said happened to the letter. He said, you're not going to be able to do anything for a couple months. I was playing hockey in 3 weeks. You're going to cry at the start of your first rehab session because you won't be able to do anything. Now, that he was right on. But I'm going to get you to be stronger than you were before you tore it. And I am. So if you ever have to do a knee surgery, go to Beverly Hills Orthopedic. It was a brutal injury. I mean, the rehab was tougher than the injury. No, his name was Dr. Nicolella or Nicola. It was on Roxbury Drive. Now, the funny thing is, so that night I'm laying in bed. It's sore, but I still think nothing of it. In 91 when I heard it. And I woke up the next day. It took me 25 minutes to get from my bed to the bathroom. And my bed to the bathroom was maybe 12 feet. I could not feel my right leg. So I crawled downstairs to my car. I got into my car. I looked up in the yellow pages, knee doctor. And I just went to the first one, and it was Nicola or Nicolella, whatever his name was. I parked my car in Roxbury, right, and I literally fell out of the car and was crawling across the street. And a cop was driving by, and he literally picked me up and carried me into the doctor's office. And I'm so cheap. I was like, fuck, my meter. I didn't put money in the meter. He's like, don't worry, I got it. I never saw that cop again, but I'd like to thank him now if he's listening. I know, 100%. Well, probably Rogan. So it was a fascinating journey of what your body is capable of. I mean, to know that I had no ACL for 13 years and I was still pretty athletic. And in the mid 90s, I was squatting over 600 pounds with one ACL. Now, my form wasn't the best, but I was parallel, which means your ass is 90 degrees to the floor. So, it really was pretty amazing to go through this. Looking back now, going, fuck, I mean, the human body is capable of some crazy things. Hit the like and subscribe button, please. Earl Skakel live on a Thursday morning. I hope you guys are well. I'm just a comedy soldier. I mean, I'm so wrapped up in the Steelers right now, but I mean, I'm rooting for the Bears. Williams is, USC quarterback, so I always root for the LA. What up, Keith? Yo, 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 yo. Tough loss for the Kings tonight. I don't know who Tim the Toolman Taylor is, to be honest with you. I have never been on the show. Whose line is it anyway? So no, I have not. Garbage Grove used to have 2 hockey rinks on Dale and La Palma. The league was so popular. Now I'm talking ball hockey, Stephen. The league was so popular at one time it had 2 rinks, games Monday through Friday night. I think 6, 7. I think the first game started at 7. So you had 7, 8:15, and 9:30, 5 nights a week. Saturday, the first game was at 7 in the morning. The last game was at 9:20 at night. I mean, there was like 150 teams. So I was not on Last Comic Standing. I was offered it, but turned it down because it just wasn't for me. I don't think it, the show was fake, basically. No, foot. It's ball hockey. It's foot. You're running inside of a roller rink. So I probably could have gotten away. You don't see a lot of torn ACLs in hockey because if you're a great skater, you can get out of the way most of the time. But, when you're running, it's just me and this guy. His name was Barry Ellis. We're friends still. He was probably 6'1", 175, but solid. And back then, I was probably, in 1991, I was probably 6'1", 200, but like a tank. I was not on, you got the wrong Earl, baby. So I was on Roast Battle on Comedy Central. I was on The Jellies, which is on 4 different networks. Rob Schneider show on Netflix. I mean, I've been I think almost on every streaming platform. So, is the Bears Packers game? Where is that game at? That's how little I'm not following the other series right now. I'm Pittsburgh, baby. We got DK Metcalf in the house. I wish you were my agent, Nolan Maxwell. If I was in Black Panther, you think I'd be doing a stream to 19 people? Hello, hello, hello. So, oh, it's in Chicago. I mean, I like Chicago. I always like to favor the home team just because the crowd's on their side. But, listen, you can't win on the road in the playoffs, that's for sure. And, yeah, World Radio's not fucking around anymore. Thank you very much for the donation. I don't do, you got to watch the roast of Shane Doan. Yes, that's probably the highlight of my career in terms of doing well on tape. Like, I rarely kill. I usually do well in comedy, but that specific night, I was just on it. I just started dating my this girl that I was dating, but so we were in the honeymoon phase. My comedy was going pretty good. I mean, I think at that time I was on I'm Dying Up Here on Showtime. The Jellies was on like a couple different networks. I mean, I was not on Roast Battle any longer, but I was pretty much the most popular guy on the show. So, yeah, I mean, the Sharks, they put a number on my Kings tonight. That Celebrini character, he's pretty fucking good. Last week, the Pittsburgh Steelers lost the game. Actually, they won the game, bro. Paul, are you on drugs right now? You're not making a lot of sense, to be honest with you. We're going to go another 5 minutes, guys. Another 5 minutes. Because I'm going to watch AEW Dynamite. I did not get to watch it tonight because I had some business to attend to. Business, if you know what I mean. And I think if you know me, you know what I mean. So, yes, welcome. I'll be at the Comedy Store this Saturday night, main room, midnight. Come on down if you're local. Next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, I will be in, yes, check fold, let's just say, Magnum Force was in my bedroom. I will be at the Punk Rock Museum, excuse me, headlining my first Don't Tell show. Yeah, I mean, you just can't, I mean, the Kings, they've never really been like the worst team in the league. So, you're going to get guys like Tobias Bjornfort and Kaliev. But listen, I'll be honest with you. I wanted Kaliev drafted where we got Bjornfort. I thought this guy is the next great American goal scorer, along with Caulfield. So, I still think there's time for him. He's got to get through his legal problems with the OnlyFans girl. And, I mean, that was definitely a mess so far. But, to be honest with you, I wanted Byfield. I thought there's a guy at the time, 6'4", 215. He's going to grow. He's probably going to get a little faster. Stutzla's, he's a great player, obviously, but I think, I can't blame Blake for that one, I really can't. I wanted Byfield too. I just thought he's a big center. He's the heir apparent to Kopitar. I can't say I blame Rob Blake for that one. Is it true Joe Rogan has a big package? How the hell would I know how big his dick is? The fuck? Yeah, Shane's very funny. So, I mean, you know, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's so. I mean, I remember at the time, it's like, well, do you want a big strapping center like Byfield, or a little bit slicker Stutzla? Because I think Stutzla had played in a men's league, so he was maybe a little more ready. But I don't know. I mean, I don't want to call Byfield a bust yet. Um, but it's getting to the point now where it's like, okay, he might not be the heir apparent to Kopitar. But that's tough to replace a franchise Hall of Fame center. I mean, that's you know, it's a big fucking ask. So I mean, I think Kopitar could play another year, but I just think he's a family guy. He's faithful to his wife. He probably wants to spend time with his family. I don't think there's anything nefarious there. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to call Byfield a bust yet, but it's definitely starting to go. Is this the guy we drafted? He might be a top 9 forward now instead of a first line center. Um, yeah, I mean, Drew Doughty. I mean, listen, that was not a good interaction between him and Kempe, which led to the Vlasic goal in overtime. I personally would not have Doughty out there in a 3-on-3. I'd have, I'm not saying you put Dumoulin or Cece out there, I guess, but Doughty by today's standards is slow. So I don't think he'll play in Europe. I mean, I don't know, obviously, but I think that he's done. He could definitely play another couple years, but the good thing about him retiring is that that's $11 million in cap we're gonna have. So, and I trust Holland. I mean, if you look at Ken Holland and the moves he's made, he's signed 6 free agents. I think they've all worked out to varying degrees. I mean, Perry's been great. Armia's been amazing. Dumoulin's been good. Forsberg's been good. He had a rough start, but he won a few games that probably they should have lost. And I'm not a CC hater. I mean, there's a reason why these teams trade for CC at the deadline every year, because he's just there. But that's what you want in a 5th or 6th defenseman. Now, the problem I have, with CC is the term. But in terms of the player this year, I think he's been fine. And re-signing Kuzmenko. I mean, Kuzmenko is back. So, that's 6 free agent signings that I don't know. I think they've all worked out. And getting a second rounder for Deneau, a guy making $5.5 million, they don't retain any salary, 0 fucking goals. I love Deneau, but his time had come in LA. So, yeah, I mean, so the Kings are going to have a lot of play money next year. So we'll see. And if they don't re-sign Kuzmenko, which I hope they do, I mean, that kid's just hitting his prime. There's even more money. So, I mean, I like Blake too. Did Blake have some misses? Yeah, 100%. But every GM has misses. I think so. I mean, I don't know if there was other teams involved in wanting CC. Is it a salary I would have given him? That's the going rate for a guy like him. It's just the 4 years to me is a killer. But, we'll deal with that in 3 years, 2 years. But I think he's been fine this year. I mean, I watch him, and I'm not an NHL scout by any means, but to me, he usually makes the right play. I think people's problem with him is that he's such a big guy that he's not overly physical. He almost kind of reminds me, and maybe, Steven, you'll remember this guy, Willie Huber, who was like 6'5", 6'6", 220, 230, and was pretty meek. Or a Shell Samuelson type, who was even bigger than Huber. But getting back to Blake, I liked Blake. I mean, listen, um, he had some misses, he had some hits, but that's every GM. Um, the Dubois trade was kind of a disaster, but you know what? That was the right trade to me on paper. The Kings wanted McDavid to go through four big centers: Kopitar, Deneau, Byfield, and Dubois. Just didn't work. On paper, it's a great trade. We were not going to win with Velarde, Iafallo, and Kapari. We just weren't. I mean, look at Winnipeg now with Velarde and Iafallo. They've lost 10 in a row. So, I think, and Steven will probably agree with me on this. King fans get married to these players. And, I loved Velarde, the perseverance of 5 years with a bad back. But you know what? We weren't going to win with him. And even the Kovalchuk signing I liked. The Kings had just lost 4 one-goal games to Vegas in the playoffs. They needed scoring, but they couldn't really do a trade because then you're not really adding. I think the rumored trade was Pacioretty for Velarde and Pearson. So you're not really gaining goals. You're just apple for 2 apples. Kovalchuk was the right signing. And he's still, I think his first year he was 4th on the team in goals and 16th in playing time. So, and then, obviously 3 coaches didn't enjoy his playing style. Stevens, Desjardins, and McClellan. So at some point it's on the player, but on paper I think it was the right move. But, what are you going to do? Ehlers is great. I was kind of hoping we'd get Ehlers and pair him with Kempe. I mean, my God, that would have been awesome. Is Jim Hiller doing a good job? He has history, but I don't know. I'm not a Hiller basher. They had 105 points last year. I don't do sports betting sites. Listen, we're all disappointed with what happened in the playoffs. From the players to fans like me and Steven, to the coaches, to the ownership. I'm not as hard on Hiller as most people are because there was that one replay where Evander Kane pushed Kemper's left leg into the net, and that's when the goal was scored. And by the letter of the law, that goal should not have counted. Now, do I think Kane hampered Kemper's ability to stop that particular goal? I don't. But that's the rule. You're not allowed to push a goaltender's pads into the net. And I'm sure that's what the video coaches saw and called down to Hiller and said, hey, we got a bad goal, challenge it. But, Hiller gets the blame. He's the coach. He gets the success and the blame. So, I'm a Hiller fan. Listen, is he Scotty Bowman? Probably not. But he's not the problem with this team, in my opinion. Will anyone surpass Ovechkin's record? Really? I don't know. The only guy who maybe has a shot is Austin Matthews, but Ovechkin's going to play long enough where I think he wants to score 1,000 goals. So, I don't know. I think Glenn, by the way, rest in peace, 94-year-old Glenn Hall. I tell you one record that won't be broken is his record of 583 games straight in goal. That ain't going anywhere. So, the league rules definitely are geared more towards offense, but I think Austin Matthews, he'd have to average 60 goals a season for the next 10 years. I don't know if he's going to do that, but Glenn Hall, one of the great, I think he won a Stanley Cup. He also won the Conn Smythe in a losing effort, which is rare. I think Hextall's done that, and there might be one or two others, but Would you do Make a Wish? I mean, I don't think too many kids have a dream of meeting me. Would I do it? Yeah, I would absolutely do it. Um, yeah, I mean, 94 years old, it's a good life. So I don't think too many kids dying of cancer want to meet the guy from Roast Battle. But, if they did, I would do it in 2 seconds. So, um, all right, you guys, we'll go another 2 minutes. And then, yeah, I mean, I lost my parents at 74 and 69. So I think a lot of the games were with no masks. Toward the end, Steven might be able to correct me. But maybe toward the end he had a mask on. I mean, that's crazy that they didn't wear a mask back then. I mean, fuck, that's like bonkers. Oh, that's awesome. Well, happy birthday coming up, and I'll be 58 September 17th. So. Uh, would I roast battle a kid dying with cancer? I probably wouldn't do that, but I would do that maybe on the DL. Like, hey, let me go. I love doing charity work. I do a lot of charity work with dogs. But and I tried to get a gig at the children's hospital, like reading them books or something. And I think they had seen clips of my stand up, and they were like, thanks, but no thanks. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I remember watching the Kings about 9 or 8 years old. I mean, Butch Gordon was on the team, Doug Hallward, um, and then obviously into the 80s, the Triple Crown line and all those guys. Um, you know, it's a great era of hockey to watch, that's for sure. So, yeah, I mean, I do have a wide fan base. I mean, I absolutely wish there was more people than 15 people in here, but yeah, I mean, bench clearing brawls were like, I always direct people. You want to know what hockey was like back in the day? There's a 9-minute highlight reel of Barry Beck. I think it's just called Barry Beck highlight reel. And you watch that play, I think the 9 minutes out of maybe the 30 plays they highlight from his career, maybe 2 penalties. If you watch that highlight reel now and apply today's rules, 30 penalties for sure. So, um, yeah, I mean, I would, I just love kids, and I drive by the children's hospital a lot. 1 or 2 times a week, and I says, man, I want to go in there and just make a kid laugh for an hour or whatever. But I think they saw my stand-up clips, and they're like, yeah, we don't know about that. So. Earl Skakel, over and out. I love you guys. Always a pleasure talking to Stephen Hockey, Buddhist Priest, Jenna, everyone else. Thank you, World Radio 332, for the super chat. Much appreciated. Check fold in the house. 99. Yeah, I mean, Richard was pretty special. And playing with wood sticks. I mean, can you imagine Richard playing with, the stick Adrian Kempe played with tonight, or Barry Beck shooting, with the stick, Joel Edmondson uses tonight? Yowza. Earl Skakel, over now.